to Raw Dog Gaming. This is the Raw Dog speaking. This is where I give you raw impressions and raw reviews of the games I'm playing. Today we're going to do a raw impression of Goblin Slayer, Another Adventure, Nightmare Feast. I think that's in the right order. It's a long name. So anyway, the Goblin Slayer game is really good. For those of you who don't know, it's a tactical strategy game and on a grid, and I love these games. These are probably my favorite kind of games. They are my biggest favorite. I've been deep into the Fire Emblem series for a long time, and I've always loved a game that's, tactical, grid-based. I played Triangle Strategy, I've played tons of them. So, the point I'm getting at is that, yes, we all know, I love this game. But now, this is just a raw impression. It could technically change, we'll see where it goes. But the problem is that these games take me a long time to beat, because I am tactical. I like to grind the levels, and I like to, really get into the nitty-gritty of these games. And it already seems like it's a pretty long one. It also has some visual novel elements to it. So it's going to be a long one. But obviously this is not going to be a long one because it's a raw impression. So I'd say I'm maybe 10, 15 hours in at most. And then I've only gotten through like 3 or 4 chapters, I think. I can't remember exactly. But the game is really good. So far I haven't even met Goblin Slayer yet. I've met a couple characters here and there. I got this bear and the main hero girl. And the main vampire and the main sword princess character, they're pretty good. Now, the thing I have to say about this is that it does have one of the traits I don't like about tactical strategy games, where it has the characters that aren't important, the characters that are fodder. I hate that in tactical strategy games when you give fodder characters. I hate that. I hate when you have characters that don't matter, that are completely like if they die, you just buy another of them. They literally don't matter. I hate that. But it doesn't have that many. The core gameplay revolves around the characters that are actually involved in the story and actually useful. So, like the bear, the main hero girl, the friend, which is like a monk, the vampire princess, and the like female chief, the female like duke, whatever she is. Anyway, yeah, those are the main characters, and those five are the main party that you use, or at least for right now. I haven't got anybody else yet. And they are pretty serious. The fodder makes up like 2 or 3 more slots. And I mean, honestly, I could deal with that. 2 or 3 slots of fodder is not a big deal. And it might even get less, so I might get more characters. I know Goblin Slayer joins up at some point, and his crew joins up at some point in the game. I'm not sure if they're stay on as like full companions or just for a couple missions here or there. But yeah, they're going to help fill out the roster. So I mean, I'm pretty sure it's going to be okay with that. So the point I'm trying to get at is the characters are good. And the campaign is mostly fun as far as I can see. It doesn't feel like fodder campaign. Now, I have to say it is difficult. It is one of those strategy games where like the enemies don't hold back. And there are a lot of skills, a lot of magic, and a lot of things for you to keep track of. And I shouldn't really say difficult, I should just say like it's one of those games where they don't hold back. Like in Fire Emblem, you have your mages, you have your archers, you have all those things. You kind of control the battle the way the battle flows. In a lot of other tactical games I've played, because the way that like the enemy characters just kind of throw all their skills at you willy-nilly, and because you are player characters, you want to try to save your skills for like the next guy. You want to try to save your skills up. Make sure you're not using too much all at once. The enemies are just throwing themselves at you, so they don't care how many skills they use. They don't care how much MP they use, which is not realistic, and it doesn't make any sense actually. But that is how computers play, and because of that, the game can have a kind of fake difficulty where the point is it's just like I don't have enough HP to keep getting bombarded by all these skills, whereas the enemies have a bunch of HP, and I can't just endlessly use my skills because I only have a limited MP, and I need to keep some for later for bigger enemies or bosses or more strategy. So yeah, it can get annoying when that happens. But the good thing is that it seems like it works more on a directional system, and you can kind of lead the enemies around and kind of, as long as you get a good idea of what you're doing, you can kind of get a lay of the land and work around your enemies. And yeah, you can get above something, behind something, do some serious damage. So it seems like it's gonna rely a lot more heavily on directional combat, which is good. I like directional combat. There should be a lot more, in a lot more tactical games, and it's gonna rely on a lot more of the, you know, like just really, saving up your skills and really being really careful about that. Oh, that's right. It's also very heavy on actually using your items. Like you can bring about 2 or 3 potions into each match, and yes, the game gives you enough money, and you want to use that because you only have about 2 or 3 heals from your cleric, who is the bear. So you want to use them because you're not going to have enough heals. You're just not going to. So you want to make sure you are healing Key and Peele alive because they don't only gain XP if they live, and you want to keep them alive. You want to keep them getting XP. You want to keep them getting stronger. So. But yeah, otherwise it's pretty much your average everyday tactical strategy game. With a grid, it's fun, it's good. It does the good thing I like with Magic with the archers, where they have some serious like 5 block range, which is good. That's one thing I never really liked about Fire Emblem, where archers have 2 block range and mages have 2 blocks range, and the Fire Emblem never increased that. Didn't always stay with that. Granted, I like it for the formula, and I like it for keeping track of combat, but it's not realistic. An archer should have like at least 3 blocks of range, maybe 4, all the time, and then like with the longbow is 5 or 6 blocks of range. And that's like every other game I've seen does that. Like Triangle Strategy did that. The Mercenary game I played a while back did that. Like I said, this game does that. The Goblin Slayer. So many games do that where they give archers and Magic so much more range, and it makes more sense. It doesn't make a lot of sense if Fire Emblem's like, oh, you get 2 squares. I mean, I get it, but in the long run, it doesn't actually make a lot of sense. But it does make it so the battles happen a lot closer and have to be a lot more tactical. Like you can end up rushing enemies, and you can end up bottlenecking a lot of enemies in a lot of areas. So it does give you a lot of options, but yeah, it's not really realistic. Anyway, the point I'm getting at is that it gives you more range, and I like that. And the game is really good. It's a fun game. It's really interesting so far. The storyline seems kind of interesting. Like they're trying to go after demons, and there's and there's this awkward relationship between like the Lord girl and the Vampire Princess, where the Vampire Princess is like trying to change her to a vampire, but only if she doesn't really want to do it, because she seems like she's too submissive and she doesn't like the submissive. She likes the challenge. It's a weird relationship. It's a kind of awkward romance relationship right there. Anyway, I don't care about that. I care about the game and the awesome Goblin Slayer and the cool ideas. One thing I like about it is like how the luck thing plays out. The luck of the dice. I like how that plays out. And it's this cool feature, every once in a while, the luck play out where you get to do like criticals and special things, and you get to have a certain amount of them as you grow levels. It's pretty cool. But yeah, I don't want to take too long. It's a first impression. The game is good. If you like tactical strategies, you should get it. And if you like, Goblin Slayer, it's a good anime, it's a good manga. Look into it. The problem I would say is that I want to air a small grievance. The game came out in Japanese first, and I bought a Japanese copy because I was supposed to get an English update. Never got an English update. It came out with an English version, so I had to buy an English version too. I had to buy the game twice. Not terribly happy about that, but yeah, I like the games or whatever. And anyway, the game is really good. It's a great strategy game. So yeah, we'll see how the review turns out when I finish the game. Like and subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you back here next time. See ya!